Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors 127-121 loss to the Detroit Pistons. Now, I know what everyone's saying. I know what everyone's thinking. I threw it in the title. The Toronto Raptors are cursed when it comes to the Detroit Pistons. Obviously, former coach of the year, former Toronto Raptors coach, Dwane Casey is the head coach of the Pistons, and whenever he sees Raptors red, he sees blood. He is ready to just get going, get his team rocking, no matter how bad the Pistons are on any given year, and they have not been that great this season. Dwane Casey gets his squad to pull out some W's against the Toronto Raptors, and this is tough. This is tough. This is a tough thing to watch. This is like Dwane Casey's championship. So, you know, as a guy that still likes Casey, you know, even though he's said some weird things about the Toronto Raptors over the past couple seasons, happy he's won his championship, and I guess it is what it is. So I'm not gonna overreact or stress about this too much because the Toronto Raptors are cursed. It is what it is, right? I can end the podcast here now. But there is a lot of stuff to dive into. Lots of positives, but certainly a lot of negatives in this one. So we're going to dive into the full analysis. But I do want to talk about one guy. One guy who was cooking up a little bit tonight. Oh, I don't have the flame. I don't have all the emojis on the solo, but or emojis, animations. But Pascal Siakam tonight. Best game since coming back, 25 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and I know a lot of people love to blame our losses on Spicy P. Love to throw him under the bus, but I thought he looked good tonight. Now, there are questions I'd say about him potentially playing out of position as the center, right? I don't know if that's really the case, if that's really the route we should go, but it's definitely our best 5 guys in the lineup, and I thought he did a great job tonight. He was consistent. Right, he was hitting his jump shots, 9 of 14 from the field. Just great plan. But we do have a super chat before I continue my Pascal praise. Casey always turns into prime Phil Jackson when he puts his team out against us, and that's facts. There's no disagreeing, Corey, because that's how it is. That's how it is. I appreciate the super chat, but Dwane Casey, I don't know what he does. Right, he puts a little bit of little secret stuff inside the Pistons players' Gatorades or whatever they're drinking on the sidelines, and they just turn into MJ secret stuff, and they start playing well, especially from the three-point line. But we're gonna dive into all the defense and all that sort of stuff. But Pascal Siakam tonight played big. Kem Birch only played 16 minutes, which was interesting. I wasn't sure if that was Kem. That's him being injured, I guess. But Precious Achiuwa out, right? Maybe tonight people will jump on the Precious propaganda bandwagon because we're losing the Pistons without him out there. But Kem Birch looked a step slow. He had a nasty dunk, but other than that, didn't look quick. Didn't look his stuff. But obviously he's coming back from injury. So Siakam was playing a lot of the center spot tonight, along with Chris Boucher. Played 12 minutes in this one, but unfortunately got injured himself in this game. So that was tough to see. That was tough to see. Chris Boucher wasn't playing that well in the first place, but had a good game in the last one, and it's tough for him not to be able to get into a rhythm this game. So that's a tough situation right there. But I thought Siakam did a solid job playing that de facto center position, and I want to give praise where credit's due. Gary Trent Jr. is also a guy that played well tonight. 23 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Positives there for Gary Trent Jr. Let's see if the switch in scenes works right now on the solo. Get some more action happening before I get into the negatives of this game. But Gary Trent was great. I love his mid-range jump shots. He's effective on offense. His floater game is something I think is a little bit underrated for the Toronto Raptors right now. So that's a positive. And Toby's saying he's not better than Bam. Precious better than Bam. He's the next Giannis, all that sort of stuff. But OG Anunoby again tonight, 17 points. Didn't look like he had that takeover. The Pistons, no, maybe Dwane Casey knows the ins and outs of OG Anunoby's game and was just kind of getting steals, right? He had a couple of nice shots. He had a couple of nice middies, but he was getting his pocket picked a little bit too much, even when it wasn't a complete turnover, right? His handle just wasn't tight, and the Pistons, they did a good job. They did a good job defensively guarding OG, Siakam, all those guys. So maybe Dwane Casey, the curse is more so him just knowing the scouting report inside out. Offensively, I'm going to talk about Goran Dragic a bunch on this podcast, but the starting lineup, offensively, played solid, right? Definitely his best game. Definitely nice if we were planning on trading Goran Dragic in the coming games, at some point in this season. I don't know how early it'll be for the Raptors to make a trade. Usually anyone waits till all the players are available around December 15th. But 16 points for him, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Hopefully this helps the stat line get up if the Raptors do plan on trading him. Scotty Barnes tonight, right? That 11 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. And maybe we just give it right away because I want to get all the positives out of the way first. Scotty Barnes award tonight. It's gotta go to old Scotty because down the stretch had a nice finish, nice lay-in around the rim. I do want to see Scotty Barnes get a little bit more aggressive, a tad more aggressive, right? If he was more aggressive, it would have been a runaway Scotty Barnes award win. But tonight it could have went to Pascal Siakam, but Scotty Barnes edged it out. Didn't have the drum roll there in this one. But yeah, I'm running through the box score before we get to have a lot of fun with what's happening. Delano Banton tonight I thought was great. 12 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, and I'm going to be talking about the rotations just in a little bit, folks. So I'm going to speak a lot more on Delano Banton at that point. Svi Mykhailiuk only 12 minutes tonight with Fred VanVleet out with injury. 7 points, 3-6 from the field, 3 rebounds. Talk about that as well. Malachi Flynn only had played 4 minutes, but he had a nice 3. He had a nice bucket there. That's pretty well the entire lineup. That's everyone that played. That's everyone that got on the court. Definitely some positives to take away. And everyone knows that on this podcast, I try to be a Raptors optimist. I'm not sad about this game, no matter what I'm about to sort of rant on. But the Raptors are cursed. It is what it is. But there are some questions. There are some things we have to talk about when it comes to the Toronto Raptors right now because they have some issues. They have certainly some issues. Now, I think the first thing I've seen a lot of people talk about, a lot of people speak on, and just watching this play, it's some criticisms of Nick Nurse. Now, should I? No. Actually, we'll keep it positive. We'll keep it positive for the next few minutes. Wait till the viewers sort of amp up. We'll swing it into the segments, and tonight, right? See if the segments actually pop up. Yes, there we go. Tonight, the Spicy P lay of the day. Right? OG had a couple really nice spinny mids. Scotty Barnes had a finish there. That was pretty nice. Nothing really blew me away. Pascal Siakam got an and one on the road to bringing us back. So. In honor of Spicy P, the segment's named after him. Gotta give him his own award. So shout out Spicy P for a nice finish in the lane. But not all plays can be the Spicy P lay of the day, and some just make you say, "Oh, geez." And tonight, the OG's play of the day. It's just watching Dwane Casey and Nick Nurse's dynamics going back and forth. Obviously they're not saying much to each other, not saying anything, but you can tell by the body language they're always looking over at each other. They must have had some falling out once Dwane Casey was in that final year with the Toronto Raptors there, because obviously Nick Nurse was Dwane Casey's assistant. Dwane Casey made it known to not bring him up at all in the Coach of the Year speech, where he really brought up Rex Klayman, who's also on the Detroit Pistons bench. OGs also could go to Corey Joseph. You almost forget he's out there in the league, but he's out there for the Pistons, just balling out, chilling. The Raptors lost to the Pistons right now without Kelly Olynyk, so that's tough. But I get what people are going to look for in this podcast, and I'm trying to be tame. I'm trying to be calm, be positive, but there are a lot of Paul-Pierce golden kazoos to sound off on tonight, so we're just going to dive in. The first guy that's getting a kazoo is Nick Nurse, because I just brought him up for the OGs, and I love Nick Nurse. I think he's one of the top coaches in the NBA, if not the best coach in the NBA. I love that he tries different things. He rocks out with different lineups, but Goran Dragic, positive plus minus in this game, right? 16 points. I thought he played well on the offensive end, but the Raptors were clearly struggling on the defensive end of the court, especially at the end of this game. And, we have, obviously, Siakam's going to be out there, Barnes is going to be out there, OG's going to be out there, Trent's going to be out there, 4 guys that are phenomenal defenders and all that sort of stuff, right? You have Khem Birch, healthy, ready to go in this lineup, right? Can play defense at the back even if he's a little bit hobbled. You have Svi Mykhailiuk, who's come in consistently, Fiji water, sipping on some Fiji water, consistently come in off the bench and played remarkable defense, especially when another team is cooking up on the line. Svi's out here picking pockets, closing out, right? Cade Cunningham, Jeremy Grant, Jackson, whoever is out there at the three-point line, Svi Mykhailiuk can close out and people won't be able to shoot over him. Or we could have a guy like Delano Banton, who I know he has a poor plus-minus in this game, right? 3 turnovers, but definitely some long arms on him, can get out there, can play some defense. Or I think it's tough to read just in a plus-minus. But firstly, rotations, right? Why is Dragic playing the entire fourth quarter when your defense is struggling? Your offense wasn't the issue. You scored 121 points. The defense was the issue, and Goran Dragic is great. Great. He's good offensively, especially tonight. He's been inconsistent at times, so he's having a good offensive game right now, or in this one. But he's clearly a little bit he's out of place there on the Toronto Raptors defensive schemes. He doesn't have the size or the aggression Fred sort of has. I know he picked a couple of pockets, he's a good positional defender, but the Pistons just sort of eyed him. It was the whoever offense at times. They're running pick and rolls. The same thing we used to do with Isaiah Thomas when he was on the Celtics, right? And DeMar DeRozan would shoot over him, right? The Pistons, we'd be in the zone. They just attack his side. When we switch to man, they'd be running picks and trying to switch Goran Dragic onto him. And then Cade and Jackson and both Jacksons, right? They were able to get to the rim and do these sorts of things. And it just was a hole in the defense. It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary to see. So that's, I don't know. If you're struggling, if you're giving up a bunch of open threes, that's one thing. Secondly, why are we running a zone? Was it a 2-1-2, right? 2-3, we're switching in, we have this weird sort of different zone offenses that we run, but why are we running a zone when we are getting absolutely splashed on from the three-point line, right? The Pistons were out here shooting these milky threes, left, right, and center. Right, it was horrific to watch. It was horrific. Right, we were trying to make a comeback. The Raptors, they played without. Now the third quarter, the kazoos are being handed out consistently in this one, and I think the volume on the kazoos has got to go down. But my apologies, someone mentioned that in the comment section in the last video. But right, why are we running a zone? Why are we running? You have so many athletic, long, intelligent defenders. Dragic is at least intelligent. If you're trying to hide Dragic and use his offense, then he's still good enough to the point where you don't have to leave the sides open in 2-3, like in a 1-2 or 2-1-2 zone or a 2-3 zone, whatever you're running. Right? What's the point when they hit, what was it, 6 back-to-back threes, it felt like, in the fourth quarter down the stretch, and we were trying to make a comeback? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I get we're trying to do different things. I get the zone worked greatly against the Philadelphia 76ers, but this is a different roster. This is a different feel for the games. Grant was hitting. Cade was hitting. Even what's his name? The 6th overall pick in the last game, or in last year's draft. Did he even start? Sadiq Bey was hitting. He's not 6. Killian Hayes was hitting. Right? 2 of 3 from the three-point line. 3 of 7 from the three-point line. Cade 2 of 8, but both of them came in the fourth. Killian Hayes, 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Jaren Jackson, 2 of 3. Frank Jackson, 2 of 7. Right? All these guys are hitting. All these guys are knocking down, and we're running this weird defensive scheme with a weird lineup, with a weird rotation. Why? Why are we doing that? I get we're trying to do different things, but if it's not working, you don't want to get rained on from the three-point line consistently, back to back to back. Nurse, that's tough. That's tough. That's a tough look. So that's my rant there. I also I'm gonna give a little kazoo as well to the Raptors are just playing slow. I was raving about the speed that we started playing in the previous game against the Philadelphia 76ers. I was excited. I was excited to see us play this up-tempo brand of basketball. And the Raptors, they're 29th in pace this season. And honestly, I could see it going down after this game. Right? 29th. That's bottoms of the league. We have a young, youthful, energetic roster that isn't that great at scoring in the half-court offense, and we're playing this slow. Right? We're getting steals, too. How is this even the case? I don't know. I don't know. I'm ranting. I feel like I'm slicking. I feel like I'm whining here, but I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in this. And we have another super chat from Justin Russell asking, is Siakam out of position at center sustainable? I don't think so. I don't mind the starting unit, but I think just 2 minutes in the game, you got to get Precious in. Now, we did have a weird situation tonight where Birch probably was on a minutes restriction. Precious obviously was out in this game. Boucher even got hurt at some point, so all of our other centers really just couldn't play in this one so consistently, so maybe we'll see how the lineups shake out, but Nick Nurse is probably going to have to toy with those rotations, or we'll have to make a move. We'll just have to acquire someone, but we'll see how that happens. I don't want to put Trent to the bench because he struggles on the bench. There's no way Fred, OG, or Siakam are going down there, so we'll have to figure that out, and Scotty Barnes, he just can't do it. We can't do that with Scotty. He's arguably our best player at this point, so that's that situation there. I also want to give I'm gonna keep spamming the golden kazoos, but he also has golden kazoo. I watched this game at Jack Astor's tonight. Jack Astor's. Love their girls. I'm sponsoring the podcast, but Jack Astor's want to sponsor. Definitely will hit you up. But we were there, but golden kazoo going to the setting. Now there's a DJ. He had some quality music. Right, he had it was quality music. It was so loud, right? It was like you're in a nightclub or something, but it's just a Jack Astor's, right? Why? What are you doing? You're Jack Astor's. You don't need to make it a nightclub. I don't know. That's a take. Maybe I'm old, all 21 years old than me, but I don't know. It's a tough game in this one. I tried. I'm frustrated, but there's definitely some positives. I try not to overreact to this, but. The Raptors are cursed. We're also cursed at home. We can't win home games. We're used to playing on the road at this point. So that is what it is, I guess. I don't think we have to. I have to ramble on too much. I want to see what you guys have to say, right? I want to see what you guys have to say. And so I'm gonna sound off on the final alarm to hear your guys' takes. Woo 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 woo. Beep 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. That's right. The final alarm has gone off, and Toby's asking if Jack Astor's is a nightclub now. And honestly, it was sounding like it. It was obviously you go there for food, you go there watch games. It's a spot, but they were looking like they were just blasting music. It was insane. Live music. That was good. It's quality music. But one of the better DJs I felt in Newfoundland, but. I don't know why they're playing that. And Evan Pine is saying we need Fred. That's facts. Fred's our guy, right? He's one of our top players clearly. And if Fred's not gonna play, why don't you run Scotty or Delano more at point guard? Like why are we running Dragic? Even Malachi. Dragic was fine. I want to slander Dragic, but 16 points. Want to win Watanabe. From Play Tells, that's true. And the Pistons are always built different when they're playing the Raptors. That's 100% facts. Minty and Doe is saying we need that smooth milk. Get the milk going, right? We need some milky shots from the Toronto Raptors. That's 100%. But we need to stop the nonsense of letting open corner threes. 1,000%. If you're gonna play zones, you need to have energy. You need to have movement. You need to be able to, if the ball swings, you need to be able to adjust. Now, to the Pistons' credit, they're well coached tonight. Dwayne Casey was into it, but they're moving the ball well against the zone. So that's credit where credit's due. Fred is our defensive anchor. Yeah, that's facts. He's an energy guy. Right? He's our leader on both ends of the floor for real, That's definitely a fair point. Right? You need those guys to give the energy, and I thought we looked lethargic, especially in the third quarter. Right? Things just died off for us, but the squad needs consistently. We need a consistent lineup. No more injuries. It's slowing us down. That's true. And also, when you have a young team, it's often the case that they're good for moments. They have spurts, but they just can't do it on a consistent basis. So that's something we do have to take into account. Galactic's asking, are we simply just a 500 team? No way. We're winning the chip. Top 4C, baby. I'm still holding it. I'm still holding our Toby saying temper our expectations. No way. We're top 4C. I'm still holding out hope. We're like 2.5 games out of first in the Eastern Conference still, so no need to worry. 125 against the worst team. NBA offense, Yeah, the defense is bad, but the defense is not something I'm worried about. Nick Nurse is just running weird rotations, weird strategies, and I think we'll be fine. And did anyone watch OG Mastery? I think so. I watched OG. He hit some shots. OG hit some shots tonight, but just lost the ball a bunch. But he knows the Raptors game plan. Yeah, that's interesting. And Cade owned OG. That's true. Yeah, the defense, he was getting cooked there by... To be fair, OG wasn't even playing that bad defense, but Cade was just down the stretch of this game, played really, really well. And, yeah, without a doubt. And free throws are also a thing. Yeah, the OGs could also get all the free throws missed in this one. That was certainly tough. Tough to see, tough to watch. And I'd rather see Scotty be the guy than Siakam. Yeah, no, that's fair. Scotty's a superstar, right? Scotty is the guy we've been raving about, so definitely don't hate that take. Yeah, Dwane Casey is certainly still holding a grudge. Talk Raps. He's holding a grudge against the Toronto Raptors after being fired, without a doubt. OG over Pascal. That's tough, but I'm an OG guy. I've always been an OG guy. But guys, I'm out here rambling. Saturday night, you're celebrating, you're watching the game at Jack Astor's, the club now, apparently. You want to get hyped, you want to get excited, and we don't do it. We don't get the W. The Raptors didn't feed me that energy yet, and let's also get a little like spike going. We 150 people in the chat, 150 people, must be diehards on a Saturday night watching a post-game reaction to the Raptors loss to the Detroit Pistons, right? We get that. That's a tough one, but it's tough. And the Tube Dude 92 is saying everyone rains threes on us in the corner, and that's true. That's true. And it's because we run a few zones, but we got to be strategic about who we run it against. And that's fair. Now, every NBA team is running plays to get shots for the corner three. It's the best shot in basketball analytically, so corner threes and layups, so it makes sense. I love my corner threes. If we had this play in high school, I'd always inbound it. I'd be the inbounder, and we'd have a big right in front. I'd throw like a little post entry from the baseline inbounds, and they'd kick it out to the top, right? And then I'd sort of pretend I'm chilling, pretend I'm not doing nothing, right? And then at the big set of screen, as I'm standing out of bounds, I pop in that corner, money every single time. Never missed it once. No, so that's you guys ever want to play? It's Coach Ben. We'll draw that up, But Pascal's great. Is a great basketball player, and his playmaking is an amazing improvement. Pascal is a legit All NBA player, or he was. Like, he legitimately won that. That was an award that he won. So that's a huge positive there. And Ben Rogers over Ben Socialite. I don't know. Maybe. When I'm consistent, I'm a bit rusty. I got to go through spurts. I'm going to shoot and workout. Might be able to beat Ben Simmons a little shoot off, but who really knows? Maybe not in a workout, but maybe in an actual game live setting. But I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. But and Ronnie Penn's saying how often we lost this team in the second half of the season. That's true. It's an issue. It's a serious issue for the squad. And Play tells Teles 123 saying appreciate the reactions on Saturday night, sacrificing the social life for our benefit. Gotta get home, react to these games. It's a culture. It's gonna be tough this week. Raptors play 5 games out west. A few of them start at midnight or 11:30 Newfoundland time. So I don't know how Riker might have to carry, or I know he likes to get to bed early, but last year I could do them because I was in school and I made sure all my classes were, I had a nice strategy where I never scheduled a class before 11 o'clock, so that always worked out well for me. But this year work is a little bit different, so I don't know if I'll be able to get all of them immediately after the post game, but definitely get our reactions and a bunch of videos as always on the Raptors Digest this week. But definitely Saturday night, gotta sacrifice that if I'm gonna be rocking out. It must have been a sausage party at Jack Astor's. No, man, Paul Blunt, couple of cute chicky poos there. Not gonna lie. But the Raptors won. Maybe you're feeling yourself a little bit more, but definitely No sense in even talking to anyone. Just sit there sadly when the Raptors are losing to the Detroit Pistons. And it is what it is. It's a sign. It's the basketball gods. They want us to come home, be chill. I don't even know what's happening, what we're talking about at the end of this podcast here. But let Pascal played. If we want a new tank commander, Kenneth Lau. Kenneth Lau's always out here slandering Pascal Siakam in the chats. Hair's also wild. I haven't seen this, but that's tough. But Kenneth Lau, you can't be roasting Pascal Siakam in this game. You can't be doing that. Can't be saying that stuff. He's not a tank commander. 20, however many points. He was good. But guys, you guys are the best to make this far. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all that cool stuff. Join the channel membership for lots of cool perks, all that cool stuff happening, and get your merch. Lots of cool merch options, cool merch stuff happening. So, guys, you guys are the best. Appreciate the diehards, the real sickos watching this, the Raptors and their Saturday night lose to the Pistons. And I'm watching the post game reactions. I had my rants, but I'm not overreacting. Raptors are cursed when it comes to Dwane Casey. It just is what it is. It's a sacrifice we had to make to win an NBA championship. But I'm signing off. Cheers. And it's the buttons aren't working as they usually don't. Actually, I don't think I have the outro on this. So I'm gonna once again play the live stream to end it off. You guys are the best. Cheers.